Some say Nigeria is broken. They show you only the cracks. But what if you were never shown the full picture? There is a story buried beneath the chaos, a quiet movement, a revolution of ordinary people. Not the Nigeria you see in the headlines, but the Nigeria rising in the shadows. Every sector tells a secret. Industry, innovation, agriculture, arts. They are not waiting for rescue. They are building their own new Nigeria. This is a revelation of what is crumbling, what is growing, and what is already here. The new Nigeria is not a dream. It is happening quietly, boldly, right now.
A new Nigeria is here.
How is the Bank of Industry adapting its financial models to support innovative startups and tech-driven SMEs?
Innovation is at the heart of productivity, and productivity is a key driver for long-term economic growth. We recognize that at the Bank of Industry, which is why we have championed the creation of an Industrial Innovation Fund.
I think first thing is to ask ourselves, why does Interswitch exist? Exists because we believe that Africa, Nigeria is such a good, and we decide to focus on just one area where we break going down impacts. To tell this in perspective, maybe you want to go out to what Nigeria was like 20s.
This fund will support product development from research labs to commercialization, and that will be a major source of funding for innovation for our economy in the near future.
To us, largely our really basic cash to covering almost every transaction you did, you had to do it cash. This was very inefficient, came with some social problems, and so on and so forth. These are the things we were in details.
Well, the first thing that we did was to recalibrate ourselves internally to ensure that we are able to deliver on sustainability. So as part of our corporate strategy going forward from 2025 to 2027, we identified climate and sustainability as a critical thematic area.
I'm one of those who believe that continent deserves better.
How about we bring to Nigeria the global payment infrastructure of the world and do it here? That was the starting point.
We've been engaging internationally on the climate finance agenda. We've engaged several multilateral development partners to create a special fund for BOI that we can lend to businesses that are that are trying to adapt to climate and also mitigate the adverse effects of climate. And so far, we've been succeeding.
Every human endeavor is tied to commerce. So if you get the payment side of this working there, they can be do and they do 30 years.
Recently, we received the second tranche of 50 million euros from the Agence Française de Développement. And this money is targeted at supporting many enterprises that are trying to adopt practices that are either climate friendly or also trying to mitigate the adverse effects of climate issues. We are not a bank that works on projects specifically. We work on the ecosystem of funding. We finance. What we do is to create products that are tailored to specific needs, right? And for us, we're doing a number of things across all the 6 thematic areas that our corporate strategy is supporting, like I said earlier. So I cannot say that there is a specific, but I can tell you several products that we have. I mentioned the Glow product before for gender. I mentioned the IDICE for young people in the creative sector and digital economy. I mentioned, I think we have a number of products around Rapid, Duo, and so on and so forth. We mainstream digital economy and technology as a critical component of how we need to respond.
A new Nigeria is here.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innoson offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innoson Vehicle, the pride of African road.
Our focus is to banish poverty and actually have prosperity. Our president has said that I'm only going to tax prosperity. I want to tax the fruit. I want to tax return.
Sahara Group, from fueling nations to powering homes, from vast seas to vibrant communities. Sahara Group drives energy, innovation, and impact across Africa and beyond. This is more than power, this is progress in motion. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. The Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, guiding the nation with truth and purpose.
Her peace, your peace, our goal. Alami Capital, driving Africa's innovation and business growth.
Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, protecting your bank deposit.
Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, data for development.
Nigeria, custom service, justice, and honesty. At NMDPRA, we stimulate and create an enabling environment that drives sustainable development across Nigeria's midstream and downstream value chain for all stakeholders. We do this through effective regulatory oversight, which accelerates and deepens the economic development while ensuring sufficient product distribution and supply at an equitable and fair price. We commit to deliver impeccable world-class service to our stakeholders through integrity, professionalism, accountability, and transparency.
National Information Technology Development Agency (NITDA) was created to organize and drive the nation's ICT sector. In August 2019, Mr. Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi CCIE assumed office as the Director General of NITDA, employing a vision of a more digital Nigeria based on building a high-velocity organization, developing market-creating regulation, and facilitating Nigeria's development into a sustainable digital economy. NITDA has cleared 866 projects and saved the government 305.96 billion naira. In line with the renewed hope agenda, NITDA remains committed to positioning the country as a global tech talent factory and a global powerhouse of innovation.
You all agree with me that industrialization is a key pillar of economic development, and this is the perfect time to drive that conversation.
All of us need to do some work in providing the right education and build capacity.
So as Nigeria is growing, becoming an hub, whether in aviation sector or technology they will need insurance. Because all your assets need to be protected. If anything happens today to your assets, you need to recover immediately. It's like a sustainability stuff. We have carved out certain industry verticals that we really want to focus on. We are carefully selected to provide the kind of impact we expect to see if we're able to digitize our transforming sectors. So we are actively involved in healthcare. In healthcare, we acquired the healthcare company, Crediclat, some years back. Recently, we worked in partnership with the Lagos State Government, the Lagos State Health Transformation Platform project. We are creating the backbone to connect all the hospitals, clinics, pharmacies, dispensaries, and so on and so forth, so that real-time information about the patients can move to provide better service for citizens. Apart from healthcare, we are also in energy, agriculture, real estate, transportation.
We're taking a whole ecosystem approach, right? Because if you look at the whole value chain of the digital economy, you have to think about the skills, you have to think about the financing, you have to think about several aspects.
We have products really for SMEs. We have the travel insurance for people that are traveling. If anything happens, we reimburse you, so to say. For SMEs, as you are taking you are starting your business, you need protection. If anything happens to your business, the company will come in and reinstate you.
Is the implementing agency for the federal government's IDICE program, which is Investment in Digital and Creative Economy. And this is a $618 million program supported by the federal government and other development partners, including the African Development Bank, the Agence Française de Développement, and the Islamic Development Bank. All of them are making significant contributions to ensure that our young people are skilled up, then they get the necessary startup capital that they need to establish their digital economy businesses.
We don't see any tension with regulation. It is commonly said as while innovation moves at the speed of light, people say that regulation moves at the speed of trust.
We have about 15 of them in partnership with several universities. We are in talks to establish many more.
I used to work for SUNU Bank, Stanbic IBTC Bank specifically. And when I recall one multinational was trying to expand to Nigeria, it was so hard for them to pay their staff in Nigeria, right? And I was asking my boss back then, why can't we enable this? We're a bank, we've got a license in every country in Africa, literally, almost every country. But we couldn't help them get paid on time. And that was when I saw the gap here. There's a need for a non-bank player that can actually go into the ecosystem and make this work. And that's where we came in.
Which is going to the very grassroots of Nigeria, looking at opportunities that exist, supporting young businesses, women, and so on and so forth to access funding. There's no point in you thinking, creating a product in the lab without it being useful to the economy and also driving economic growth.
As Nigeria is driving toward achieving that up, whether it's transportation, aviation, technology, you need to protect your assets. Not just the fiscal asset alone, even the greatest asset you have, which is human capital, they need to be protected. So that is the alignment we're trying to put in place.
At least 40% of the beneficiaries of Rapid are women And that is the real game changer here. So that fund is the main catalyst that we are hoping will help unleash the kind of growth and innovation that we need to see in Nigeria.
Africa is precious in the eyes of the creator. Help me look from outside, at call from Malay.
We are really keen to create jobs for Nigeria because it's one thing that keeps me awake personally because of the kind of pressure that you see when our young people leave universities without without any hope of job creation. And this is part of the main focuses of His Excellency's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the New Hope agenda, to make sure that we create jobs for young people. It is how we align policies with practice. It is how we mainstream our enterprises, support our young people with creating the necessary skills that they need. It's how we innovate.
A new Nigeria is here.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blend in performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innoson offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innoson Vehicle, the pride of African road.
Our focus is to banish poverty and actually have prosperity. Our president has said that I'm only going to tax prosperity. I want to tax the fruit. I want to tax return.
Sahara Group, from fueling nations to powering homes, from vast seas to vibrant communities. Sahara Group drives energy, innovation, and impact across Africa and beyond. This is more than power, this is progress in motion.
TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. The Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, guiding the nation with truth and purpose.
Her peace, your peace, our goal. Alami Capital, driving Africa's innovation and business growth.
Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, protecting your bank deposit.
Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, data for development.
Nigeria, custom service, justice, and honesty. At NMDPRA, we stimulate and create an enabling environment that drives sustainable development across Nigeria's midstream and downstream value chain for all stakeholders. We do this through effective regulatory oversight, which accelerates and deepens the economic development while ensuring sufficient product distribution and supply at an equitable and fair price. We commit to deliver impeccable world-class service to our stakeholders through integrity, professionalism, accountability, and transparency.
National Information Technology Development Agency (NITDA) was created to organize and drive the nation's ICT sector. In August 2019, Mr. Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi CCIE assumed office as the Director General of NITDA, employing a vision of a more digital Nigeria based on building a high-velocity organization, developing market-creating regulation, and facilitating Nigeria's development into a sustainable digital economy. NITDA has cleared 866 projects and saved the government 305.96 billion naira. In line with the renewed hope agenda, NITDA remains committed to positioning the country as a global tech talent factory and a global powerhouse of innovation.
You all agree with me that industrialization is a key pillar of economic development, and this is the perfect time to drive that conversation.
All of us need to do some work in providing the right education and build capacity.
Nigeria excellence is when you open your refrigerator maybe in Ghana or in Kenya and you see Nigerian made products in there. How do we do that in this new world? So in the digital world right now, we want people to know that if you want to get paid anywhere in the world as a business, Flutterwave exists for you.
We are launching the GLOW product, which is the guaranteed loans for women. And that product will focus specifically on gender. And we are not location specific. We are location agnostic. So whether you're in rural areas or in urban areas, you should be able to access capital, cheap funding, without too much burden on collateral. And that is the real game changer here. Because we understand that women have challenges accessing loans because of the collateral requirements. But because this program comes with third-party guaranteed fund facilities from the African Guarantee Fund and some of our other partners, we will be able to support women-led businesses across the country better.
Payment technology, in knowledge that we used to create a payment system, that same knowledge can be applied into other verticals. We cannot be everywhere, so we have just highlighted city areas that are critical. Here we think the fundamentals of leading in Nigeria can be affected.
Create the kind of enabling environment where our enterprises can thrive and where jobs can be created.
Education is one area, it's not one area really competes, it's a place where you collaborate.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. And that is what BOI is trying to do.
SMEs, you know what they are. They have difficulty in accessing capital from the bank because of a collateral issue. So the little you have gotten, maybe from your friends, from your relative, to set up your SME, if anything happens to that business and you don't have insurance, you are done for. You take it some time to gather that money again. So insurance coming if there's any incident to reimburse you and reinstate you to where you are before.
We started it as we did think about the community unicorn. We just thought about service of problems. We were rewarded by the people we solve problems.
I pride myself all the time for what we have achieved. For instance, what stands us most in this market was prompt payment of claims. We pay claim like no man business, except if it's fraudulent. If it's genuine, within 2 days you get your check. No matter the size of the claim, you will get your check. So everybody respect us for that.
We support several enterprises, large manufacturers like Innocent. We have a lot of enterprises that are doing great work in power, in infrastructure development generally. Put together all the plans around our 6 thematic areas in our corporate strategy, which really will contribute to the whole ecosystem.
Let's get very, let's get very hungry. Let's get very opportunistic and go in there and harness value from where we see the enablement and make it work.
Every young person has hope that this country will work for them and they can also work for the country.
I am OLUGBENGA AGBOOLA.
My name is OLUSI.
Africa has got stories.
I am proudly Nigerian.
And the new Nigeria is here.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
A new Nigeria is here.